what we do here is go back.
Yo guys, what's going on? My name is Bells, and today we are back in our hardcore world. Now I'm just gathering up some materials so we can get started on our little underground carrot and potato farm. So I'll meet you guys over there. And there you have it, guys, our village carrot and potato farms. Now this, I was following a bedrock tutorial, which obviously didn't work because I'm on Java edition. So that was great. I then had to it was just the center part I had to destroy, and then I was able to rebuild it. It was hardly had to change it at all. I just got rid of the minecarts and replaced it with a fence and a trapdoor. And then we repeated it up here and then carried on the design up to the ceiling. And might I add, it is working beautifully so far. It's only been running for about 5-10 minutes, and we've already got this many carrots and potatoes, and this is all of the kelp from our kelp machines. This area is still far from complete. Obviously, we've got to add the melons and pumpkin farms up there, and then I also want to add an auto storage system here, so we can just come down and grab what we want. That's why there are 3 slots, one for kelp, one for potatoes, and one for carrots. However, I didn't filter in the pumpkins and melons, which are going to be on either side, so I guess we can just expand it by 1. I'm going to go AFK just for a little bit so we can get these guys to farm up some carrots and potatoes for us, because we need to repair our tools very badly, especially our pickaxes and our shovel. And yeah, let's just ignore that. After spending 20 minutes AFK, this is everything we got. So this farm is clearly a bit of a slow burner, so I'm going to go up above and harvest our actual fields because our tools really desperately need repairing. So I'm going to go do that and trade with our villagers. But whilst I do that, guys, look at this clip from earlier of me taking my frustration out on villagers. So, anyways, now that we've tackled the carrot and tater farm, now I wanted to move on to something different. I wanted to move on to fixing our Nether Portal. Now that's the one that we have over there in that sort of cliffside, because I said in the world tour it was a bit lackluster. It just kind of looked like it had noodle arms. I didn't really know what it's doing. It was like a first attempt, but it looks rubbish. So I want to get on fixing that. What I had in mind for this place was just some sort of big cliff with the grass just coming over the top and then maybe a little bit dangling, and we can add in some leaves or some bushes just hanging over the edge. And I wanted to move the portal up to the top, maybe into one of these caves, and just keep that sort of cave-like feeling. But as well as having our portal here, I wanted to incorporate some crystals, which would actually be our wool farm. And I think that is going to look great, so let's just hop straight into a time lapse. is, guys, the finished product. I absolutely love it. It's, oh, oops. This is probably my new favourite thing in our whole area. I'm not that great at terraforming, but I don't think I did a bad job. As you can see, we got some little crystals inside the walls, just to hint at the like crystal mine vibe that we got going on. And we got this walkway up to another portal, which I shall show you in a second. But first of all, let me show you the wool farm. So in here we've got all of the chests with all of our different coloured walls that are, yes, they are automatically being sorted. There is currently just a bunch of junk in here at the moment. But we're going to work on that. I've got to let the hoppers fill up and get, I think, like 40 items in the back, and then it'll start filtering through properly. If we go up the stairs and then into the back, we have all of our sheep, and I tried to pretty up this area just a tiny bit by adding in some spruce logs at the back and a little floor like this. We also have some trapdoors if we ever need to get down to the hopper minecart, which I don't think we will, but it's just sort of like a precaution. But yeah. So I promised I'd show you guys the Nether Portal, and here it is. It's just this sort of crack in the wall, and at some point I want to add in like the nether crawling out, because I think that would be awesome. It's nothing too special, but we've got this pathway out with some leaves dangling down from the ceiling and some nice slabs to make the gradient a lot more gradual. And then we've got some leaves up here just to add in a little bit more greenery. Before this video ends, I wanted to do one more thing. I wanted to build up this little groundskeeper house. Now, this is going to have a stable attached, so that it means we can grab our horse before we have to go down into the village, just because it's slightly faster. So we're just beginning by placing in some stripped spruce log, and then we're going to fill in the walls. Now, I decided to go with stripped spruce on the bottom time instead of stone, because I don't want this building to look like it's had as much money put into it. Now, I am building this building on a bit of a diagonal, and I've just added in some spruce stairs so that it comes out just a little bit, to add a little bit more visual interest to the build. So now we're making a start on the roof, and this is going to be a bit more difficult than usual because it's a diagonal building. However, there are kind of tips and tricks that you pick up along the way after doing a couple of diagonal roofs. Now we have this shell of a building, we want to add in some details because otherwise it just looks so boring. So as you can see, I've started to carve out some little window slots, but I'm not a ginormous fan of these, I'm not gonna lie, so I think I might cover these up. And I wanted to start by adding in some sort of trim just to go around the edge like this, so that we've got some way, that's gonna be annoying, so that we've got some way to separate the layers. Already that has added a nice bit of interest in. Detailing done, we just added in some leaf blocks up the top so it looks a bit nicer, and I worked out a little interior. It's really basic just because we're not really going to be using this house, but I wanted some kind of interior just so it wasn't empty, so that if we look through the windows we can see that there is stuff inside. Now it's time to come round to the back to work on the stables, which is the whole point in this building. I wanted to start off with something quite hefty at the bottom, just so it looks like it's got some support. And then we're going to start making our way up with a bit of a slanted roof. Now this roof, I believe, always looks best on stables unless you're doing like a big one. But for a makeshift sort of side building stables, it's great. And I'm just going to add on some trapdoors for a bit of extra width and depth. To stop the horse escaping, I'm just going to add in those little fences on the side and then add all 3 fence gates on the front so that we can get the horse out nice and easily. Now we need to upgrade his stables just a tad. I forgot how fast this guy was. Anyway guys, that's going to do it for me today. I hope you have all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button. If you want to see more videos by me, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and check out our previous videos. This is no, stay in there. Thank you very much. This is actually episode 11 of our hardcore series, so there's another 10 episodes that you can go and watch. But I hope you all enjoyed it, and that is it for me now. Bye bye.